Hello, this is Emmanuel Kadri, your regular host on Break Into Tech. Python programming is what we are dealing with here, and this time around, the topic involved is conditional branching. However the case may be, for conditional branching to occur, I beg your pardon, in Python programming or in any other kind of programming, there needs to be some kind of tools in place. The first tool is what we discussed in the previous lesson, which is the use of Python operators for comparison. All right, so that when this comparison comes into place, Python uses them to check if some conditions are true or false. If the condition is true, it does exactly what you ask it to do. And if the condition is not true, then it will act otherwise, or in any way that you direct it to do. All right? Hence, the need for these if statements. So this topic of discussion is about the if statements in Python programming. And it is the next major tool for conditional branching. If a condition is to be specified, it is almost impossible for us to do without the word if. So as we use the word if in real life, we also apply the word if in Python programming and in most other programming languages out there. The if statement is used just the way it should be used. In most cases, it's just the way it should be used it is used in normal English, the regular English language. And then in most cases, it is used in conjunction with the conditional operators, or the comparison operators rather, okay? All right, so let us just quickly check out how it goes. I can say if, let me just say x is equal to 5 and y is equal to 7, like I stated earlier. All right, so then I could just say if x is greater than y, okay, you put the column, very important, you put the column in front, otherwise it will return an error. So you press the enter key, all right, you press the return key so it goes to the next line. Then as it goes to the next line, you notice something. The Python compiler will indent the line just to let you and to let itself understand that whatever is it that we put under this, we'll put after that indentation, works for the if statements. Anything we put here, okay, works for the if statement on line 6. So the moment you leave that indentation, you are trying to tell Python that whatever is it that you type does not have anything to do with the if statements, or is no longer governed by the if statements. So it's on its own, just like every other regular line of code. But as far as the if statement is concerned, anything you write must be under the indentation. Indentation is the space given between the wall and just a set of characters space between the wall and this blinking parts. Okay? All right, now, then we type whatever is it that we want to type. So which means we are trying to tell Python that if this condition is true, then do this for me. Okay, what do we want Python to do? For example, we may say Python print x is less than y. Okay, but then because y is a variable, so we could just take it out and then we put this as a string, comma to separate it as usual, and then we can do the same here Okay, and then take this off, and comma separates it as usual. All right, so Python understands from here that we are just trying to tell it that display the value, the content of x. Okay, x being a variable, display its contents here. Y being a variable, display its contents here. Variables appear in white color, while the strings appear in green color in this environment that we are using. All right, so we've told Python what to do, exactly what to do, provided that x is greater than 5. Okay, let me say x is less than 5 for this example. Okay, otherwise you might need to specify other conditions. I just want only one condition. And then once the condition is met, that is, if x is truly less than y, then it will display these results. Okay, so let's see how it goes. By the time you run this program, bingo, you have it. Because the very first thing it does is to check if x is truly less than y. If that condition is met, then it will do whatever command you put under it. If the condition is not met, it checks out if you provide some other alternative conditions. And that is when we might need the elif statement. The elif statement is to be discussed in the next video, all right? But then let's just see. If we have something like, if we did not do this, let's say x is less than y. If we didn't say x is less than y, we just say x is greater than y, for instance, and then we run the code. Okay, we see that nothing happens. This place is empty just because the condition is not met and an alternative condition is not provided. All right, so because alternative condition is not met or is not specified in the code, Python will not display anything. All right, so that is how it goes. It checks if the condition is true and it displays and it does whatever it is that you ask it to do. Sometimes you may just want it to do something else and not just to display any outcome or any result with the print statement. But we are definitely going to get to all that stage, all right, especially when we are doing some kind of real life coding, some practical exercise and all of that. So we'll see other instances in which we can use the if statements. And that marks the end of this lesson. See you in the next video.